Welcome back to Young Trip Reactions. The next video we're going to do is woman working at Steak and Shake got unalived over onion rings. This is crazy. As a person who has a hospitality degree, worked in a lot of restaurants, this is insane. Let's get into it.
Right now, a lot of questions remain unanswered in the killing of a woman who is working a Steak and Shake drive-thru. The victim's family is speaking this evening about this violent attack. The shooting happened late last night in North St. Louis County. That Steak and Shake is in Spanish Lake along 270. It's where Dunn Road and Bell Fountain Road meet at the interstate. This shooting appears to be over food. So let's get more from our Shoshana Stahl, who is live at 5 from that Steak and Shake tonight. Shoshana.
Yeah, Corey, I spoke to the victim's mom out here in the parking lot of the Steak and Shake earlier this morning. She tells me her daughter had only worked here for about 3 to 4 months, and she loved coming to work. Now she's trying to wrap her head around how her daughter could be killed simply just doing her job.
It's never that serious to take a person's life over some fast food.
Tamala Washington was woken up by her family this morning to the news her daughter, Chauncia La'Shell Meekins, was killed while working at the Steak and Shake in North St. Louis County Wednesday night.
I couldn't believe it. I just talked to my daughter. We was talking about her birthday. She wanted me to cook a special meal, her favorite meal. Her birthday is April the 23rd of this month. Instead of celebrating her birthday, I would be burying my daughter for some senseless act.
St. Louis County Police say around 11:30 Wednesday night, 2 workers were shot after a confrontation at the drive-thru. Washington says the Steak and Shake manager told her it was over the customer asking for more onion rings. Chauncia was weeks away from celebrating her
over more onion rings, so they didn't like the amount that they gave them. They probably said no, probably was saying, hey, you have to pay more, because they felt that they gave the customer the right amount. And so many people talk about this whole thing about the customer is always right. The customer is not always right, because sometimes customers can be upset about anything. I worked out at a casino and cooked out there for many years, and people would be upset just because they lost that day, and then they'll complain about the food, complain something's wrong because they want the food for free, they mad because they lost, all types of stuff, and then it's your fault. And that whole slogan, the customer is always right because they're paying, is not always true. I know even from back at the casino that I worked at up in our steakhouse, they had customers that was complaining all the time that the person would say, oh, I made your steak medium well. No, it's not medium well. It's not medium well enough for me. Then we'll even have our chefs, like the big bosses make it, and they'll still complain and say, well, hey, I actually made it, the big boss chef. And then they'll be like, oh, it's fine, after they heard that. Because nothing was wrong in the first place. It was just the fact that you just wanted to complain to have something to complain about. As a person who's been in this industry for over 15 years, I know all the signs. I've seen it all. I know it all. Oh, my French fries aren't crispy enough. Oh, my French fries are too crispy. Oh, my burger isn't medium well. Oh, my burger isn't well done. Oh, my burger isn't this. Oh, this or that. Oh, my chicken wings, I want them even more crispier than that. Oh, they too crispy. Oh, I mean, you just can't satisfy anybody all the way. If you want your food, as I always say, if you want your food done exactly how you want it, then go to the store, buy it, take it home, and cook it. Because a restaurant is going to try to do their best to satisfy you because you're paying, but you still may complain because you're just having a bad day or whatever the case may be. Let's continue.
33rd birthday.
She's loving, caring, friendly. She loves to party.
She was just getting ready to turn 33, y'all. This is crazy. All over not enough onion rings in my bag of food. Let's continue.
Give you the shirt off her back if she had it. There's nothing she wouldn't do for anybody that she tried to help.
Another worker was also injured, but is expected to survive.
We should no longer be surprised. The rate of violence that is happening in the St. Louis metropolitan area should be alarming to all of us.
James Clark with the Urban League says their community outreach programs like Urban Therapy and the Gun Violence De-Escalation Network are working. But the culture around violence, he says, is rapidly changing.
Crime and violence is becoming a more and more accepted and expected culture. And how do we begin to look at what we're currently doing that is getting results? How do we begin to come up with new adaptations to what we're doing?
And Clark says that includes businesses adding de-escalation training into customer service training. Chauncia's mother has one message to the people who killed her daughter.
Please come forward and turn yourself in. You took somebody's daughter, somebody's auntie, somebody's cousin away from them. That's all I want. It's justice for my daughter. That's all I'm asking.
St. Louis County Police haven't released any information about the potential suspects and don't have anyone in custody right now. If you know anything about this shooting, you're asked to either call St. Louis County Police or Crime Stoppers. Reporting live in North County, Chauncia La'Shell, First Alert 4.
Alarming and senseless. Very sad. Chauncia, thank you.
Taxes is chasing updates. Now Taxes is a TurboTax expert, doing it all.
Man, that is crazy. Whoever did that, they are senseless, uncivilized, and they need to be put away. Their whole life is about to change over onion rings. They're about to have their last onion rings that they've ever had on this earth and in this life. So I hope they was real good for those extra onion rings that they received, which I'm sure they didn't even get them. So for fighting for onion rings when you could have went to the store and just made your own extra onion rings. And that's the thing about for people like us who work in this industry, including even myself, that anything is possible. I've had people glare at me. I've had people look at me funny. I've had people snap and yell about their food, wondering how long it is taking too long, wondering why is it taking so long. I say things like, hey, you want your burger to be raw? You want your chicken wings to be, not well done at all, where they're still cold and you're crying later and want us to get the manager? I let them know. And I know other people who do too. But we all know that it's all risky to do that because you got very unhinged people out here walking around and will just lash out at a moment's notice and just snap on you and be ready to unalive you. All over some onion rings at a fast food restaurant. You shouldn't unalive anybody at all, but a fast food restaurant, not even a place where you're at sitting down and eating. That is crazy. Let me know what y'all think. I'll have the original video back to St. Louis News pinned at the top of the chat as always, and in the link in the description. This is crazy. Unaliving people over fast food onion rings. And you shouldn't have to unalive anybody over anything at all unless they putting your life in danger. Crazy. I'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace.